Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the NRL Round 9 tips for the 2022 NRL season. And to help me preview Round 9 of the NRL and give us, obviously I'm going to give out my tips, but to also give out his tips is CJ MOXLEY. CJ, how are you, bro?
Oh, I'm feeling really good today, man. It was a good day, I reckon. Only one bad thing happened, but other than that, it was good. How's your day?
Yeah, my day was all right, bro. Pretty quiet, pretty boring. Didn't get up to a whole lot, but I'm looking forward to Round 9 in the NRL, CJ. There's a lot of interesting games this weekend. There's also a lot of games that are top 8 versus bottom 8, and there's a lot of games that are some look one-sided, some look close, but overall, I think it's going to be a great round of footy, as it always is, mate.
Oh, absolutely, man. We got, the Adam Reynolds Cup, the Battle of the West,
Yep.
Got a few good games there.
Yeah, Adam Reynolds Cup on Thursday night, pretty much. The Battle of the West on Friday night. You've got the Roosters taking the game up to Mackay this weekend, which is going to be interesting. You've got the Sharks up against the Warriors in the Sean Johnson Cup as well. Another great cup to look forward to. But overall, mate, should be a great round of footy. But before we get into the tips, I want to say hello to everyone in the live chat. We've got about 12 people here as we speak. The chat will get bigger, I guess, as the show goes on. We've got Luke Melbourne Storm fan. We've got Jason Reader, SS Storm fan. We've got Rugby League Round up there as well. William Pearson's there as well. We got Hassian, can't pronounce your name, bro, but you're here as well. And yeah, it's good to see the chat's building up. We got Rugby League Round up there too, so the chat's getting bigger and better as the show goes on. But CJ, let's get into the Round 9 tips, bro.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Too easy.
And Round 9 of the NRL kicks off on Thursday night down there at Stadium Australia. It is your boy CJ, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, up against the Brisbane Broncos in what I like to call the Adam Reynolds Cup. Both these sides played in round 1 and Reynolds was not there. So Reynolds versus the Rabbitohs for the first time. This game is on Thursday night at 7:50 p.m. Live on 9 and on Fox League. Rabbitohs and the Broncos, the odds for the game. The Rabbitohs at $1.25. The Broncos at $4.10. Good odds for the Broncos. If you don't mind the Broncos, a good price for them. CJ, mate, before I go to the ins and outs, are you expecting this game to be very, very fiery, especially with Adam Reynolds up against his old side?
I'm expecting a few sledges in there, especially between Reno and Jairo, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might go to this game yet. So I'm expecting it to be a very storytelling game.
Well, let's go through the ins and outs real quick. And as for the Bunnies, they don't have any changes except Liam Knight is back, which drops out Shakai Mitchell, which I find a bit of a shame. But Liam Knight's a better player, so you got to go with Liam Knight. Everything else for the Rabbitohs is the same. As for the Broncos, no Capewell and no Haas. So Paddy Carrigan starts in the front row for Payne Haas, and Kobe Harrington will start at lock, and that will bring coming in for Capewell is TC Rabati. He starts for them as well with the return of Ryan James. Not is on the reserves. Okay. Well, CJ, Rabbitohs Broncos Thursday night. Who wins this game? Give us a margin and an anytime try scorer, bro.
Well, I never thought the day would come where I'd want to see Adam Reynolds be beat, but I'm going to go South by 9. I'm going to go
9.
anytime. Yeah, 9. I'm going to say Lachlan Illis kicks the field goal anytime.
Wow.
Anytime try scorer, Damien Cook. And South by 9, I'll go 23-14.
Fuck, mate, that's unusual and that's very strange and I love it. I'm also going to tip the Rabbitohs here. I think the Rabbitohs will get a bit of payback from round 1. I think they're a much better team than what they were in round 1. And look, the Broncos will be in this game, but I just feel with no Payne Haas, no Kurt Capewell, they'll luck to go forward. And it's in Sydney as well, so I just feel Souths will be a bit too good. I'm gonna go Souths by 16 points here. I think they'll be a little bit too strong for the Broncos on Thursday night. Souths by 16, and I'm gonna go Campbell Graham to get a double.
Yeah, let's go.
Campbell Graham to get a double. Could be interesting, but we both agree the Rabbitohs will win on Thursday night. Let's go to Friday night footy, mate. First game at 6 o'clock on Friday night. Down there in Canberra, it's the Canberra Raiders up against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Canberra $1.80 favourites, Bulldogs at $2. Have a look at the ins and outs real quick. Obviously, no Jack White and he's suspended. Sammy Volomay's not there as well. So Matt Frawley comes in at 5'8" for Jack White. Volomay's out. Jared Croker returns. Awesome to see that.
Good to see.
And as for the Bulldogs, they have got the same team from last week, except Josh Jackson starts at lock, bro. Josh Jackson starts at lock, and Brent Naden returns on the wing for Ockenbaugh, and everything else seems to be the same for the Bulldogs. Mate, Raiders, Bulldogs. What's going to happen in this game, mate, and who wins by how much, and who's going to score a try?
I've been tossing and turning about this for last night, man. Until the 11th hour, I was going with Canberra, but I've changed my tip in the last hour to Canterbury Bankstown. I'm going to go with the Bulldogs by 4. I'm going to say Matt Duffy gets a double. I'll go Canterbury 18-14.
Yeah, look, this is a weird game, isn't it? Canberra have been terrible last couple of weeks. Bulldogs had a win over the Roosters last week. Confidence will be high as, but I'm going to go the Bulldogs 13+.
Oh, fuck.
The Bulldogs are my specials of the weekend. I reckon they'll win this game really, really well. Canberra, the last pretty much all year, have been diabolical. They've been dreadful. They're probably one of the worst teams to watch right now. They have been disgusting. I reckon the Bulldogs can go down to Canberra on Friday night and have a big win. Canberra, for mine, they show no threat in attack without Jack White, and they're gonna get worse. So I'm gonna go the Bulldogs by 18 points. Yeah, I'm gonna Dogs by 18, and I'm gonna go with Tavita Pangai Jr. to score a try anytime. Bulldogs by 18.
Wow, bro. All right. I mean, they must be confident.
They're paying $2, and Bulldogs are my specials of the weekend. They'll win this game well.
Wow.
I'm done with Canberra, bro. And you thought Canberra couldn't score points before. Without Jack White, and where are they going to score points now? I don't know.
They have no main ball runner.
They got no one. They're going to get clapped. All right. Friday night, the other game, the main game, the Battle of the West out there at Penrith. It's the Panthers versus the Eels. 7:55 on Friday night. Penrith $1.25 favourites here. And the Eels at 4 buckaroos, $4. Ins and outs real quick for Penrith. Moses Leota is in the reserves. He's a chance. And along with Brian To'o, jersey number 24. I think To'o will come in for Charlie Staines personally. But we'll find out. As for the Eels, CJ, Opacek goes into the centres. Dylan Brown to 5'8". No Jacob Arthur. Thank fuck. They did something right. Everything else seems to be the same for Parramatta. Sean Russell is a chance. He's in the reserves. Mate, Penrith and Parramatta, what happens here on Friday night?
Penrith win in a close one. Penrith by 10. I'm going to go 26-16. And Brian To'o will score in his return.
You think he'll play?
I thought he was confirmed to play, mate.
He's in the reserves, bro. Jersey 24.
Okay, if he plays, I'll back him, but I'll back Matty Eisenhuth.
Matty Eisenhuth. Wow. I'll tell you what, I reckon this is going to be a closer game than what everyone thinks. Everyone's going to say Penrith by 20 plus, but I reckon this is going to be really tight, this game, CJ. I think this is going to go down to the wire. We saw in the finals last year, Penrith got past them 8-6 in that classic semi-final. I reckon this is going to be a really close game on Friday night. I'm going to go Penrith by 8. Penrith by 8 on Friday night, and I'm going to go Stephen Crichton to score a try.
Yeah, fair enough. It's Battle of the West, so both teams will be up for it.
Should be a good game, but I'm leaning towards Penrith, so Penrith to win for mine. All right, let's move on to Super Saturday, CJ. 3 o'clock at Brookvale Oval. It is Manly Seagulls versus the West Tigers. Manly $1.25 favourites here. West Tigers at $4. Let's have a look at the ins and outs. Manly got a few ins and outs, so we'll go for them real quick. Parker, Saab, and Lawton all out. So Ben Trebojevic and Koala will start at centre. Christian Tupulodio stays on the wing. Coming in for coming in for Kyle Lawton, sorry. Chuson Olakawati will start. Sipley, Alloway, and Ethan Bullimore on the bench. And the return at fullback of Tom Trebojevic. Massive inclusion there. As for the West Tigers, no Nofaluma, no Leilua due to injury. So Mamalo is on the wing. Kapala on the wing, and Gildart and Gunner in the centres. And coming in for Leilua with Alex Safar, which will bring the return of Stefano and Tyrone Peachy on the bench as well.
Love Stefano.
Mate, I was prepared to tip Manly 13 plus, but I'm thinking this is going to be a lot closer than that. CJ, what happens here, mate? Manly and Tigers on Saturday afternoon.
I think this is the first one where we disagree. I'm going to go Manly 13 plus, but not by much. I'll go Manly by 14. I'll go a scoreline of 24-10, and I'll back in Christian Tuipulotu.
Yeah, I'm going to go Manly by 12. I think the Tigers will be in this. I think it'll be a bit closer than people think. I do worry a little bit about the Tigers if they can handle Manly, especially with Turbo being back. But I'm going to go Manly by 12. Tom Trebojevic will get a double on Saturday afternoon, CJ.
Yeah, man, he's good at his return games.
This will be a good one, but I'm going Manly by 12. Let's go to Saturday night at 5:30 p.m. Up there at BB Prince Stadium in Mackay. Roosters taking a home game to Mackay. It's the Sydney Roosters versus the Gold Coast Titans. Saturday, 5:30. Roosters $1.30 favourites. The Titans at $3.80. Ins and outs real quick. Adam Kieran is out, so Momorowski returns into the centres. Everything else for the Roosters is the same. Well, obviously, Tupou's back on the wing with Nagama going to the reserves. As for the Gold Coast, David Fafita is being out, so Kevin Proctor will start in the back row, which will bring Sam McIntyre on for the interchange bench, and everything else for the Titans seems to be the same. CJ, Roosters and Titans, what's going to happen here, bro?
Oh, look, Titans lose a lot with Fafita being out, I reckon. I think they look to win when they need something. Unfortunately, I am going to tip the Roosters. I'm going to go Roosters by 10, but I think it's going to be a bit of a weird score. I'm going to go 18-8, and I think Satili Tupanua will bag a try.
I'm going to go the Roosters. I reckon they'll be far too good for the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast have been really, really poor this year. They haven't been good at all. Roosters have been a bit up and down as well, but Roosters losing 2 in a row, there's no way they're losing 3 straight, bro. It's just not going to happen. And I think Trent Robinson gave them a bit of a spray the other day, so I expect the Roosters to really be up for this and taking a home game all the way to Mackay. That they've got to be better than that. So I'm going to go the Roosters. I'm going to go with an unusual scoreline, CJ. I'm going to go the Roosters to win this game, 19 points to 0.
Oh, what a scoreline.
I reckon the Titans will be kept scoreless here. Last week, they were very, very lucky to score 1 try against Penrith. And with the way the Titans are playing at the moment, I have absolutely no confidence in the Titans at all. And Roosters will be better. And you know they'll be better because they're the Roosters. They've got too many good players to not be better. So I'm going to go the Roosters 19 points to 0 here. And I'm going to go James Tedesco to score any time. And I reckon Sam Walker's going to kick a field goal. So I'm going the Roosters 19 points to 0 over the Titans.
19-0.
It's a different scoreline, but Roosters will win, and they'll win well. All right, let's go to the other game on Saturday night. My favourite game of the weekend, obviously, as a Cowboys supporter. It's the Saturday night, 7:35 up there in Townsville. It is my boys, the Cowboys, up against the Newcastle Knights. Cowboys $1.25 favourites, Newcastle at $4. Have a look at the ins and outs real quick as well. Cowboys are unchanged from last week, bro. Same team. Hammer Saitapiwa Fado is on the bench because Cowboys don't want to change anything because of the form that the Cowboys are in. Ruben Cotter's named to play at front row, but obviously him and Tamalolo will swap before kickoff. Newcastle got a few changes here, mate. Clune and Clifford are out. Clune's injured. Clifford's been dropped, so Texwoy goes to 5'8". Phoenix Crossan goes to halfback. Brodie Jones is out injured, so Lachlan Fitzgibbon starts in the back row. Matt Croker goes onto the bench as well with Jack Johns. And Sawasa Sue's out, so that brings Saulo onto the bench as well. Good Lord. Newcastle have been awful. They haven't scored a try in 2.5 weeks. CJ, Cowboys Knights, what happens here on Saturday night up in Townsville?
Mate, that lineup, I don't know what to say. Look, I'm tipping the Cowboys by 30. I can only imagine you, bro. You've been really enjoying the Cowboys footy this year, so it's good to see. I'll go Cowboys 34-4, and I'll go Griffin. I'll go Cohen Hess scores off the bench.
Cohen Hess off the bench, love it. The Cowboys beat the Eels 35-4 last week in Darwin. Newcastle haven't scored a try in 2 games, so it's hard to imagine Newcastle even scoring a point. They will score though. I do believe Newcastle will find the try line, but I'm going to go the Cowboys 42 points to 6. I reckon the Cowboys by 36 points. I reckon that'll be far too good. Up there in Townsville, Cowboys are flying at the moment. I give Newcastle no chance. Maybe I'm too confident about this game, but Cowboys at home, they'll be far too good for the Knights. So I'm going to go the Cowboys by 36 points, CJ. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go Valentine Holmes to collect a hat trick on Sunday.
Or it's in Townsville, yeah?
Yeah, and mate, Newcastle have got. Oh, I just realised Nawi Tuala's moved to the centres, so defensively he'll be in trouble. So Val Holmes will give him a bath, bro. Cowboys by 36.
Fair enough.
Go the Cowboys.
Good luck, bro. Should be good.
I can't wait. All right, let's go to Sunday football. First game at 2:00 down there at Amy Park in Melbourne. It's the Storm and the Dragons. The Storm are $1.05 favourites. The Dragons are at $9. Ins and outs real quick. Tepa Moreau is out with an injury, I believe, so that will bring Jordan Grant, young front rower, onto the bench for Melbourne. Everything else is the same. As for the Dragons, bro, Jack Bird comes in to 5'8", which will drop Tata Moan back to the bench, and Jaden Sullivan is 18th man. Everything else for the Dragons seems to be the same as last week. CJ, Storm and Dragons on Sunday afternoon. What happens here, mate?
I'm going to go Storm by 28. 42-14, if that's my math is right. Yeah, look, Dragons, I don't think they should be $9 personally, because I think their defense over the last few weeks have been great, but I think the Storm is the type of team to burst it. And I'll go Justin Odom to score a double.
Look, I'll tell you what, I reckon this is going to be a closer game than what everyone predicts. This is going to be a tight game, man. Look, the Dragons have never won at Amy Park in Melbourne, from what I understand. Melbourne's last 2 weeks have been 70-10 and 50-2. And in my opinion, winning by those two margins back-to-back weeks, I don't believe it's healthy for the club. Obviously, it's good for them, and the confidence will be through the roof, but sometimes you can get a little bit too confident when you win by that big of a margin. I reckon this game is going to be closer than you think. Dragons have won 3 in a row on the back of hard work, hard defense. Attack's looking a bit better as well, and they're starting to get things going, the Dragons. I reckon the Storm win this game, but I reckon it's closer than we think, CJ. I know everyone's going to say Melbourne by 20 to 40 points, but I'm going to go Melbourne by 10. I reckon we're going to get a really close game here. I reckon the Dragons are going to be very competitive here. Winning by 70-10 and 50-2 the last 2 weeks, I don't think it's good at all. And Dragons have won 3 in a row, so their confidence is up as well. So I reckon it's going to be a close game. I'm going to go the Storm by 10. And I'm going to go Harry Grant to score from dummy half. Harry Grant will bag a try.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I can see where you're coming from with the St. George's defense aspect. So fair enough. Man.
Yeah. And look, I think, with all due respect, the Dragons will show more guts and defense than what the Warriors and the Knights have done the last couple of weeks. So expect a better game than what we've seen. So I'm going the Storm by 10. All right, let's go to the final game, mate. Final game of the round. Sunday afternoon, 4:05 p.m. down there at Shark Park in Cronulla. It is the Sharks up against the Warriors. Sharks $1.20 favourites here. The Warriors at $4.50. Having a look at the ins and outs real quick for Cronulla. Dale Finucane is back in jersey number 13, which moves Cameron McGuinness back to the bench as well. There were rumours of Wade Graham starting, but he's actually still on the bench as we speak. Everything else for the Sharks remains the same. As for the Warriors, Jesse Arthur is out, so that brings Dallin Martinez-Lesniak back onto the wing with Viliami Villia keeping his spot in the centres. Also, Aaron Penne is back on the bench for the Warriors as well, which will drop out Bailey Suridan to the reserves, which actually surprised me a little bit, bro. I thought Bailey Suridan had a really good game last week, so I didn't think he'd be dropped. Ben Manoposil is still on the bench as well, which I'm happy about. Sharks and Warriors, I reckon this has potential to be a great game. I reckon this could be a high-scoring game, DJ, but what happens here? Sharks and the Warriors.
Well, there's a bit of a hoodoo with the Warriors at Shark Park.
The Sean Johnson Cup.
Hey, they've only won once at Shark Park in the last 10 years, so They've got a bit of trouble there. I'm going to go to Sharks by 16. I'll go 28-12, and I'll back in Teague Wilden for a try.
I reckon this is going to be a really high-scoring game, bro. I don't mind the Warriors at the line, but I'm tipping the Sharks. I'm going to go the Sharks by 6. I reckon this will be a close game. High-scoring games, something like, I don't know, 28-22 or something like that. And I reckon Talakai will score this weekend. Talakai will score. Last week, he was embarrassed by Stags and the Broncos. This week, he'll be up for it. I believe he's up against Viliami Villia. So get them shoulders ready, Viliami Villia. Talakai's coming. Sharks back at home. Sharks by 6. I reckon it'll be a tight game.
Wow.
Really tight game. All right. Well, CJ, let's go through it in case everyone missed our tips. Let's go through it real quick. So, Thursday night, I'm going the Rabbitohs 13 plus over the Broncos.
Rabbitohs by 9.
So 1-12?
Yeah, 1-12, man.
I'm going the Bulldogs 13 plus over the Raiders. Also, the Bulldogs are my specials of the weekend at $2. Bulldogs will win 13 plus.
Canterbury Bulldogs 1-12.
Yep. Panthers Eels Battle of the West. I'm going at the Panthers 1-12.
I believe I went Penrith 1-12 as well. Yep.
Manly Tigers. I'm going Manly 1-12 in that one.
Manly 13 plus.
Roosters Titans. I'm going the Roosters 13 plus in this one.
Roosters 1-12 for me.
Cowboys and Knights. I'm going the Cowboys 30 plus.
Yeah, same here, man. Cowboys 30 plus.
Storm and Dragons. I'm going Storm 1-12 in that one. Storm 1-12 in a close one.
I'm going Storm 20 plus here.
And Sharks and Warriors. I'm going the Sharks 1-12.
I'm going Cronulla 13 plus. Same tips
right.
as margins.
Well, before we go, mate, my specials of the weekend are the Bulldogs to beat the Raiders 13 plus. They're paying $2, so it's a good price. Who are your specials of the weekend, CJ?
Oh, it depends what you mean by specials, like upset or like...
Yeah, like an upset or a team that you're pretty confident on or whatever.
I'm confident that Souths will get up for me, man. I'm going to back the boys in for my specials. I think Broncos have a bit of the upper hand for Adam Reynolds' advantage, but I'm going to go Souths by 9. Souths on my specials.
Souths by 9 I reckon that's a special in itself. Bulldogs are my specials of the weekend, but That's going to wrap up our NRL round 9 tips. CJ, bro, thank you for coming on this afternoon. I really appreciate your time.
No, man, thanks for getting me on. Cannot wait
No
for
worries.
this round of footy. Should be a cracker, I reckon.
It should be fantastic, mate. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate your time. Everyone in the live chat, thank you very much. Hope you all have a fantastic Tuesday night. Good luck with your tips. Like and subscribe. And Cowboys, 13 plus over the Knights. Have a good weekend.